Hi, I'm Courtney Waller, producer of the short film Holy Sheep, and I'm with the writer of the film, John Williams. Now, John, what inspired you to write Holy Sheep?
Well, Courtney, this story really goes back to a bit of history in my own personal career with my work, and I've lost my job twice, and it's a bit of a shock to the system, electric shock really, where you literally don't know which way your life's going to go. You're on edge when you don't know that you're going to lose your job, and then you actually go through the motions of stressing about losing your job, insomnia, stress, anxiety. Then you find out you lose your job, and it really just turns your whole life upside down and affects everyone around you. So the thinking behind Holy Sheep is to really talk about that story, about what it's like to lose your job and then recover, fight back.
What was it like, I guess, for yourself losing your job, and what were some of those feelings, and how did you get those feelings, I guess, into this script?
Well, I had this one instance where I was actually working at my desk and the guy next to me, who was my boss, said, "Yeah, he's gone tomorrow, John's gone." And that feeling was like being kicked in the guts. You felt sick, you felt a bit nauseous, you felt anxious. Then after that, you start to feel a bit guilty and you question yourself, like, am I any good? Am I rubbish? Maybe it's my fault. And that's not right at all. And in a lot of cases where people lose their job, it's because it's all about the money and saving money. It's not about you. It's hard for it not to be about you because you're personally impacted. You've lost your livelihood, you've got everything that you've worked for, and you don't have that income that you need to pay the bills, to keep the lights on, put some food onto the table for the kids. It's just, it's a real circuit breaker.
So what then inspired you, I guess, to write it in a comedy rather than as a heartbreaking drama?
You've got to tell an interesting story, but you've got to make fun, I think, when you tell an interesting story, particularly if it's a serious story. So I really love the idea of this being a bit of a black comedy, because losing your job is certainly not a laughing matter. But if you can tell an interesting story and bring people along for the ride around the depths of despair to the moment of glory when you fight back, I think that's a really fun way to tell a really interesting story. And right now around Australia, there's thousands of people going through this very same emotion, and so I think it's a powerful way of telling people that anything's possible if you give it a go.
So why the story of the farmer? What brought that in part of it?
I love the idea of telling the story of the farm, given my cousin has been running the farm for 10, 15 years. It's such a tough job to have. I just can't believe how you can actually run a farm and really live and die by the clouds and the rain that comes out of them.
One door closes, another door opens, and on that thought and on that process, we look forward to maybe hearing from you soon, and enjoy waiting for Holy Sheep.
Stop the chop.